highlighting history of suburban Sydney with the St Peter's Cooks River History Group.
Our aim is to preserve and promote local history.
We are based at St Peter's in Sydney's inner west.
St Peter's Church, Cooks River, has many beautiful stained glass windows which are noted for the beauty of their line, design and colour.
The original lead light windows in the church were replaced by picture windows in the 1880s.
We believe the new windows were manufactured by the Stained Glass Company of Lyne and Cottier.
Each window has a story.
The Ascension or East window was purchased from donations made by the congregation. Church accounts of 1884 show that it cost £191 13 shillings. The window portrays Christ returning to heaven after his resurrection, with 11 of his disciples witnessing the event.
The Reverend Stanley Howard window was erected by parishioners. He was curate at St Peter's Church from 1873 till 1876. He died at Laurel from tuberculosis at the age of 33 years.
The Good Shepherd window, in loving memory of William Cook, was erected by his widow. William kept the Pulteney Hotel at Tempe. Psalm 23 says, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want."
Ethel Mary Metcalfe was the daughter of Michael Metcalfe, merchant and customs agent whose stores are still standing today in the Rocks area of Sydney. It seems fitting that this window should show a child with Jesus, also a child with a representation of an angel.
Amelia Riley was the wife of Richard Riley, who had arrived in Australia as a boy with his convict father. Richard was an ironmonger in the city, and the family lived in George Street, Sydenham, in a house named Tivoli.
Captain George Talbot, a wool merchant, had a 15-acre estate at Tempe called Bellevue. It was described as being one of the most beautiful estates in the district of Cooks River.
This window is in memory of children baptised in the church in 1884. According to the baptism register, there were 145 children baptised in the church that year. By the end of 1886, 13 of those children were lying in St Peter's graveyard.
The Way and Johnson window. Constance was the 12-year-old daughter of solicitor Richard Henry Way. Robert Haviland was the son of Harmsworth and Sophia Way. The Way family home was Limerston, still standing in Hillcrest Street, Tempe.
Mary Ann Cole Johnson, a gentlewoman, died at Hilton Homebush, residence of her sister, Mrs. Way. For many years, Mary Ann is listed in the Sands Directory as having a preparatory school for young gentlemen in Elizabeth Street, Sydney.
The Reverend Bull was the rector of St Peter's from 1860 till 1863. There is much in the church to remind us of him and his wife Dora Eliza. This window and a memorial plaque, the pulpit and reading desk were donated by him.
Levi and Mary Barden migrated to Australia and settled in the Cooks River district in 1849. They kept an hotel on the Cooks River Road called the Bold Forester.
The Thomas Chaplin Brillet window is complemented by another window in memory of his wife Mary.
The Brillet family are described as one of the few wealthy families who are willing to give of something more than their money in charitable activity at the church.
The top letters, Alpha and Omega, are the first and last of the Greek alphabet, best remembered from the last book of the Bible, Revelation. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. Below are the letters iota, eta, and sigma, which in Greek are the first three letters of Jesus' name. On the right-hand side are the Greek letters chi and rho, the first two letters of the word Christos.
The Mary Brelet window has a crown motif, which continues at the ends of the stylized crosses.
The Calder Lavender window. Thomas Calder lived at Heathcote House, now the site of the Southern Cross Hotel. Calder purchased an estate of 60 acres which he called Marwick, after his birthplace in Yorkshire, England, thus today's suburb of Marwickville.
Mary Lavender, the daughter of Stephen Lavender, Superintendent of Manchester Police, is described as having died at the residence of Thomas Calder, Heathcote, St. Peter's.
Clara Amelia Smith was the daughter of William Kempton Smith, grazier. Their residence at St. Peter's was Claraville in Silver Street. Clara Amelia was 19 years of age when she died and was buried at St. Peter's. This unique window features Australian wildflowers. The Waratah, Sturt's desert pea and native rose, sarsaparilla and yellow pea, native fuchsia and flannel flower.
Aber, Emmanuel and Elias Harbour were prominent in brickmaking and local politics at St. Peter's in the late 19th century. The figures in the window follow the tradition of showing St. Matthew as an angel, Mark as a lion, Luke as a bull, and John as an eagle.
Today, rotting window frames have been replaced, and we can continue to appreciate the beauty of the windows.
If you have enjoyed this video, check out our website, stpeterscooksriverhistory.wordpress.com.